guys, it is April from Getting Hygge With It. Libby is here to say hello. She doesn't like this very much right now. She would rather be on the ground sniffing my books, wouldn't you? Okay, you go do that. Today I'm here to share with you a book haul that I did, and they're all books that I have this feeling I'm just going to cry my eyes out. These are tearjerker books. One of them I've actually already read, but the others I haven't, and sometimes it's cathartic though, right? Sometimes it's cathartic. So let's get into it. So the first one is a book I have already read, and it's Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, but I didn't have this on my shelves, and I loved this book. I read it last year, and it still sticks with me. Oh my gosh, and it's short. This is about a group of kids who live together at this school, and something is amiss. It's a bit of a dystopian, it's a bit of a sci-fi, but I don't want to tell you what it is exactly that's amiss and that's weird, because it's like a slow burn and you find that out as you go, and I don't want to ruin it for you. That said, at the end, I was just a mess. I was a mess. I cried a lot. It's really disturbing and really emotional. So I also picked up The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan. Now, this girl on the cover, she graduated magna cum laude at Yale. And 5 days after graduation, she died in a car crash. And this is her work. These are several essays and stories written by her. And I just think that it's going to be an emotional read, because this girl had so much potential and so much life and so much creativity and talent, and then to go and die, it's just so sad. I want to honor her by reading this. So I will probably cry, but I'm also really eager to just enjoy her work. The next book, I was so lucky that I won Stay With Me on a Goodreads giveaway. I've never won a Goodreads giveaway either, and I suddenly won this book, and I can't even tell you how happy I am. Stay With Me is about a couple who are going through infertility, and they live in Africa, and they've just been struggling for years. I think it's 5 years. And his parents are really big on, continuing the line. So they convince their son to take on a second wife in order to continue that line. And this story is about how that decision affects this marriage. I'm assuming it ruins the marriage. I would ruin my marriage. Infertility is hard enough as it is. My husband and I have been trying to conceive for 2 years, and it's really hard. It's hard personally, it's hard on a marriage, and there aren't a lot of books out there that talk about infertility. And so when I find a book that's about infertility, that's fiction in particular, it just makes me instantly drawn to it. So I am so happy to have this. If I didn't get this in a Goodreads giveaway, I was going to go out and buy it like when it was released. So that was exciting, and yeah, I'm going to bawl my eyes out, I am positive. I also picked up Flowers for Algernon. Now, the first line of this is, Charlie Gordon will break your heart. So, I mean, right away I'm like, yep, that's going to happen. So let me just read the little blurb for you. When we first meet Charlie, he is about to embark on a compelling but dangerous journey from retardation to genius. He has only a vague understanding of what will happen, but he is aware that knowledge and the ability to write are of paramount importance. So he doesn't hesitate for a moment to cooperate in a radical experiment designed to increase his intelligence, the key, he hopes, to being valued as a human being and to being loved. I haven't even read the first page, and I am already really protective of him. So Definitely gonna cry. That's gonna happen. I've also heard amazing things about this. Everyone who's read this has loved this book, so that's gonna happen. I also picked up A Mother's Reckoning. This is by Sue Klebold. She is the mother of one of the boys who were responsible for the Columbine shootings. So this is her kind of delving into what happened to her son, signs that she missed, just the grief that she experienced, and trying to do something good after something so horrific happened. I think this is really important to read because I feel like a lot of the time after these tragedies happen, there's a lot of blame, and some of it is rightfully so, and some of it is hard. Like I cannot imagine for a second having a child, giving birth to a child, loving that child, and them growing up and doing something like that. And not only did they do that, then they killed themselves too. Like, this woman has gone through the ringer. And I want to know her story. And I think it's important to hear her story. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. It'll have to be when I'm in a really good place or something, because I know I'm going to weep a lot. I also picked up White Oleander. And wow, this sounds like it's going to be a roller coaster. Listen to this. Astrid is the only child of a single mother, Ingrid, a brilliant, obsessed poet who wields her luminous beauty to intimidate and manipulate men. Astrid worships her mother and cherishes their private world full of ritual and mystery, but their idol is shattered when Astrid's mother falls apart over a lover. Deranged by rejection, Ingrid murders the man and is sentenced to life in prison. White Oleander follows Astrid's journey through a series of foster homes and her efforts to find a place for herself in impossible circumstances. I could cry just like reading that blurb. That sounds like just a little slice of hell, just the hardest thing, to go from a home where people love you to different homes. It would be really hard. So those are the books that I'm going to read with an enormous box of Kleenex beside me. I'd love to know what books you have read that have like brought you to tears, that have just ripped you apart, that you couldn't help but just cry over. I'd love to know. I hope this finds you well, and I will see you next time. Bye!